next we're going to have Bradley Esco.
Y'all get up for Cynthia one time. Come on. Can you hear me now? Yeah. They asked me how job corps affected my life. I'm going to take the next few minutes to tell you exactly how it did. I'm the oldest of my younger brother and sister. My parents were divorced shortly after my sister was born. I can't even remember them being a couple. My father was an alcoholic, but even before I was born. He didn't ever get mean or abusive. He just drank a lot. He did the best he could with what he had. He didn't make a lot of money, and what he did have went towards beer and other bills. My mom had a good start, but she had her own demons to fight from her childhood. She started smoking crack when I was 5 years old. My brother, sister, and I live around the projects of the town where I come from. We eventually moved in with my dad, and my mom signed the papers and gave up rights to us. I didn't understand then, but I get it now. That was her way of showing us love. My dad dated a few girls, but nothing real serious. My mom got remarried. The guy she remarried was also a crack addict. He didn't do anything but help fuel her habit. They started robbing and doing petty crimes. So they got busted just like everybody does. She started going to jail. She was in and out. Jail, rehab, boot camp, anything, you name it. A lot of my memories of my mom were her being behind bars or plexiglass talking to her through a phone. After rehab, she finally saw she wasn't doing anything but horrible things with her life. She left her husband. He seen her killed in a car accident. She had started working, was clean and sober. She met a guy who became her third husband. His name was Stacy. After they were married, everything seemed perfect. He smoked a little bit of weed every now and again, but he didn't drink. He took time to meet my brother and sister, showed us love. He also grew to be one of my best friends. So when I was in 6th grade, I moved in with my mom and Stacy. Everything was great for a while. The first time I ever smoked weed, I was 11, and it was with Stacy. So we were there for a while. Money got tight, bills started not getting paid. We started moving around a lot. While we were at Mom's house, Dad met a new woman who he married, became my stepmom, his second marriage. So after a year of being at my mom's, we moved back in with my dad so we could finally have some stability in our lives. I was 14. That was the first year I ever did meth, lost my virginity, took pills, and started drinking. I went to school, but I got high a lot. I spent most of my time trying to get girls, not paying any attention. My dad and stepmom tried to be strict, but couldn't really do anything with me. I was doing my own thing. My stepsister and I got really close at this point. I spent a lot of time with her and her husband. I also met one of the family friends named Dustin. We also became very close. So I looked up to them and tried to be just like them. They were my heroes. They were my two older brothers. So I went to my mom's every weekend to party and hang out with Stacy until I finally had enough of my dad's rules. And I moved back in with my mom permanently. I started smoking more weed, doing more meth than ever, and taking more pills. I really started going downhill. I was hanging with the biggest gang in the city at the time, fighting and doing whatever I wanted to do. Then on March 5th, 2005, everything began to change. The cops came to our house at 9 p.m. that night and told us that Stacy had been molesting my younger sister. I thought there was no way my hero could ever do anything like this to me. So my sister and my mom left with the cops to go to the hospital to have my sister checked out. While they were gone, Stacy decided to take a walk and clear his head. I didn't think nothing about it. The thought never even crossed my mind he was guilty. So I did what I did every night. I smoked a blunt and went to sleep. Not worrying about nothing. And then I woke up at 9 a.m. March 5th, 2005 to my mom screaming. One of those blood-chilling screams that just kind of burns into your memory. She was screaming and falling to the ground and pointing outside. So I went running outside and I saw that Stacy had hung herself in the woods beside our house. It was the worst day of my life. My mom started doing meth the year before, and after Stacy's death, she got even harder on me. She was really starting to scare me. I can only think of one thing to do to open up her eyes and make her see how she was really living her life, and so I moved out. I moved in with her best friend named Sherry. Sherry had always been in our life and was one of the few positive people I could really look up to. I moved in with her when I was 16. She got legal rights for me and adopted me. She helped me get off drugs and really helped me clean my life up, got me on the right track. Life was great. I'd never been happier, felt more loved, or actually had a home. Then August 1st, 2006, another great loss. The two older brothers that I mentioned earlier, Dustin and Joey, they got killed in a car accident on their way to work. So I moved back with my dad to help out and slowly started slipping back into drinking and the drugs. While I've been living at Sherry's house, my mom met a new guy who became her fourth marriage. His name was Fred. They got married. Mom got off drugs completely and sober in 2005. She went back to school and became a certified medical assistant herself. I've never been more proud of her in my life. Last year, I was drinking, smoking weed, doing all the same mess that I've been doing. I started a job roofing when I decided to come to Job Corps. I'll never forget the moment. It was a super hot day in June, and I just climbed the ladder, and the thought came, I can't live like this anymore. I can't do this with my life. So the next week, I went and signed up for Job Corps. I got here January 26, 2010. Since being here, I got my GED, became president of the Mentor Association, and planning my future for the first time. I've never achieved so much in my life and have so many people proud of me. Job Corps for me is the end result of a long and painful life. There are things that I wish I could change, but others I wouldn't because they all set the path for me to be here. Getting a free education and really becoming the man that I want to be. I just had to reach the point that everyone reaches where you look back in your life and you decide whether you're going to let the pain from your past hold you back or push you forward. I choose to be pushed forward. I refuse to leave here with nothing less than what I came for. It gets hard to be here sometimes, but I always remember Mr. Crittenden's words that he tells the new students every week. You got to milk your cow. Push through when times get hard. It's worth being here. This place has so many opportunities and chances for you to become a better person and a real chance at life, a good life. So Job Corps affects my life every day that I'm here. Whether it's something big or a small subtle change, I learn something new every day about myself. And I try every day to be a better person. This place truly saved my life and has opened many doors I never thought could be possible. You just have to take advantage of this program and milk it for everything that it's worth. Don't hold yourself back or let fear of the unknown cripple you. Change is going to happen. Accept it, learn from it, and apply the lessons that you learn to make a better life for yourself. Job Corps will change every aspect of your life, and you will leave a different person than when you came. It will make you grow up to become a more mature individual, and you experience things here that you never thought you would experience. So thank you for your time, and I hope that my story may have helped you, inspire you, and truly make you think about how good we really have it here.